Hey everyone, I'm here. I'm just kind of giving a follow-up, more or less, to the situation with the Roe v. Wade uh, being overturned by the U.S. Supreme Court, and I already gave my take and perspective on my stance of abortion, and which I kind of digress. You can, if you want to see that, I'll leave a link to the description of that in this video here. Um, I was trying to, just I'm still reading things. You know, I can understand still being a woman in regards to if it's medically necessary because I was researching, I was seeing things about um, a septic uterus, and it's basically it's sepsis when there's an infection in the blood system. So in a situation like that, someone could die, uh, whether it be the child or the mother. Either way, it's a tragic situation. Um, but now we're seeing because just trying to. I guess the main idea of this video is maybe to call it, create some calm-minded level-headedness, and amidst all this mass hysteria that's been created throughout this overturn. I don't really think it's just going to be at the state levels now, because so it's going to be left up to the state, the governors. I, I really see the blue states not overturning that. So I mean, I really don't see an abortion as a whole being gone in the United States completely. Which is getting to my next point here of what I want to talk about. Countries that actually, I've been seeing them. People say countries where they have stricter abortion laws, or the woman can get penalized, and that's what we're gonna go through here because I was wondering. I just wanted to research this myself, and this is a lot worse than what some of the United States is doing. I'll leave a link to the description this below of this article that I'm talking about. Stricter abortion laws and the crimes that actually are punishments that go to women to do it in other countries. So to start off, there are 16 countries where abortion is prohibited altogether. Includes Egypt, Europe, Iraq, excuse me, Egypt, Iraq, the Philippines, Laos, Senegal, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Honduras, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic, according to the Center for Reproductive Rights. And then it says about 3 dozen other countries allow it only to save the life of a mother. A list that includes Nigeria, Brazil, Mexico, Venezuela, Iran, Afghanistan, and Myanmar. Around 40% of women of reproductive age live in places where abortion access is illegal or limited. Right here it says in January 2021, Poland put in effect a constitutional court decision prohibiting abortions performed due to fetal defects, banning the most common of the few legal grounds for terminating pregnancy in a largely Catholic country. So that's probably, I guess, where people have their put their religion and faith, and I know it's obviously a controversial take in any regards to any law that would be put into effect. So that's another aspect of this people are worried about. So El Salvador has some of the world's strictest abortion laws, with the procedure banned without the exception since 1998. More than 180 women have experienced obstetric uh, emergencies, emergencies were prosecuted for abortion or aggravated homicide in the past 20 years. So these in that country, El Salvador, these women were prosecuted for you know killing their baby essentially, and I don't see that happening in the United States. I really don't. Um, Women in Malta are denied access to abortion even if their lives are at risk. So I don't. That is not going to be. I don't believe it's going to be an issue at all in the United States. I still believe that is still going to be the big exception because it's an extreme medical necessity at that point, and that's again a stricter. That's an European, or that's Malta, excuse me, and a European Union member state that completely prohibits the procedure, and women who have the abortion face up to 3 years in jail. So, I mean that is actually a scary thought. I mean, So we're continuing on here. In the United Arab Emirates, abortion is illegal except if the pregnancy endangers the woman's life or is there is evidence the baby will not survive. Women could face up to 1 year in prison and a hefty fine. Women who seek hospital treatment for a miscarriage may be accused of attempted abortion. Now, see, now that is crazy. A miscarriage, that's through no fault of their own completely. How can you punish someone for something that they didn't even make a choice there? That's just whether if their body was able to naturally uh, carry the pregnancy or not of the baby. Anti-abortion laws in the Philippines derive from its time as a Spanish colony. Abortion has been prohibited for more than a century. About 1,000 Filipino women die each year from complications. Spain is among more than 50 countries that have liberalized abortion laws over the past quarter century. Here we go. Chile in 2017 ended almost 13 years of a blanket ban and now allows interventions for rape or if the life of the mother or the baby is at risk. So Chile kind of gives those exceptions, and I think a lot of it's funny. I saw a clip also of Joe Biden. This was probably I think it was in the mid 2000s. He was actually I'm paraphrasing, but it was, he was saying about how he does not actually believe in abortion except, when it's medically necessary because it's a tragic situation. And basically is what he was saying. But, of course, now Biden is being led to talk and give, you know, lectures or standpoints that are being fed into him and his strings being pulled. Uh, Regarding Biden as a whole, as a president, and what I think about that, that's a whole different situation. But I think a lot of most people will say that aren't on uh, like social media online. I think most people actually do have could find a common ground. You just don't see it. You just see the minority. Whether it's at protests, rallies. I think most people can find common ground. I think all you do is either see the extreme right or extreme left in any topic or any situation, um, which is kind of what tears the society down anyway, because it just becomes more no, not diverse. It becomes more divided. Excuse me. In Ireland, abortion became legal in 2018 after much debate and following a referendum that overturned a constitutional ban. The following year saw liberalization in Northern Ireland, which had been the sole part of the United Kingdom still holding out. The UK had legalized abortion with the 1967 Act of Parliament. So, again, that's basically that entire article. I mean, I'm going to keep doing more research. Um, like, again, summarize my. You can see it in the video, like I said, that I'll leave a description below. I think abortion just to get because we find another life to be an inconvenient. I can't get with that, and I know I'd be told by a bunch of social justice warriors, probably some feminists, oh well, that's easy for you to be because you're a white man, you don't have to go through the pregnancy. But I was thinking again even more. What if I was, I'll give two side statements to try to question or try to be inquisitive for both sides here. One, if I was with a woman and she got like if we were either together or married, how would I feel if she ended up getting pregnant, not telling me, and then had an abortion? I just feel like that's a you're not keeping it 100. It's kind of almost like a betrayal. You're not being honest with them. But then two, on the flip side, now if I do have a woman or I'm married to a woman and she's having a baby and say something terrible such as like she has septic uterus or something that's like making her health vulnerable at risk, I'm really scared. I'm going to be probably uh, doing complete 180s with my emotions. I would probably want her to get an abortion or to do whatever it is to save her life. And like I said, ultimately someone's going to die in that situation, and it's terrible to even have to. It sucks. I mean, it really does. I mean, I can't imagine. Like I said, from that aspect, I don't understand what it means to be pregnant. So yes, okay. But then on the other hand, if you just see it as an inconvenience, well then I hate. because I brought up the point, I hate to think, my mother thought that I would have been an inconvenience, and then therefore I wouldn't have had, pursuit of life and happiness. But again, these are again an article like I found where countries have stricter abortion laws than the United States has and probably will ever have. So, with that said, let me know what your thoughts are. Feel free to let me know what you think. And with that said, as always, I'm Nam. I'm always use your noodle.